Hello, this is John Self. I am back at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. We've come for another attempt to try the loaded tater tots at the fairly recently opened TOT-TOPIA at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. It's in the Pantopia area near where Phoenix Rising is. Today it looks like we're going to try the Wild Chicken Tots. Those look like a variation of the Buffalo Tots that you would see at Green Eggs and Ham at Universal Islands Adventure. Let's see how this goes. Of course, it is a vlog, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, this is the view of what we got. We got the Wild Chicken Tots. The Wild Chicken Tots are crispy tots, pulled chicken, jalapeno cheese sauce, lime tomato salsa, cilantro, and sour cream. They are $17.99, and TOT-TOPIA is not a part of the all-day dining plan, just so you're aware of that. I do want to point out that the boat, the quick service boat that these are in, it's facing some weight issues. It's having a little trouble holding up. That's Falcon's Fury in the background, a drop tower. And I would like to point out that the nice ambassador who I've met before, ambassadors is a term they use for the Busch Gardens staff members. So if you're used to team member or cast members as a term, they are ambassadors at SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. She asked me if I was on any medicine for my heart and whether I should check with my cardiologist. That's the kind of thing this is. So we will see how this goes. This looks exactly like what we thought it was going to be. Now, we have tried the loaded smoked brisket tots. We tried those last week. It was the first time I was able to be here when the place was open. It closes 2 hours before the 2 hours before park close. So if the park closes at 6, park closes at 6, it'll close at 4, park closes at 9 like it does tonight, it'll close at 7. I am actually, if you're up on your Main Street community information, I am recording this on Sunday night of the weekend of the Main Street 16 Challenge. And if you have followed along my social media, you're like, how do you get to all those places? I don't know, and it wasn't a good idea. Having said that, there's been a lot of food consumed today, and you haven't even seen all of it yet. I already hit another booth earlier. When I had the loaded smoked brisket tater tots, I believe that review is up at mainst.magic.com. I commented on the portion size. This one matches a similar portion size. I'm guessing we got about 25 to 30 tater tots here. That's before they put stuff on. Flavor is good. We've got the buffalo flavor. That's reasonable for theme park as we experience over at Universal Islands Adventure and Green Eggs and Ham, the buffalo tots over there. It is a little bit of texture thing. That's why I probably had a weird look on my face with the bite of some of the cheese and the chicken and the buffalo sauce and the tater tots. It's all kind of the same texture. So it's not bad. The tater tots are soft inside like they're supposed to be. The components are good. They're crispy on the outside. The components are good. I mean, this is I don't have a better way to say this. This is just comfort food that's not good for you, yes, but it offers a decent flavor. There's plenty of portion. It is $17.49. So, I mean, that's a concern I would voice, but you know, the equivalent thing that's smaller at Universal Orlando is $11.49 now. I'm doing that from memory, so I apologize. So there's a discussion here. Both parks give you a 15% discount to their top pass holders. And this park does give you bonus bucks occasionally. This month I got 20 earlier. That's how I recorded 20 bonus bucks just to spend wherever I wanted to in the park. This is a good option. I'm a little concerned. Have the traditional theme park cheese sauce. I think it's mainly going to be a texture issue. I think the components are decent. They're decent for theme park quick service. I mean, this is not fine dining, but you're getting loaded tater tots. Did you think you were getting fine dining? But the components are good. I'm not sure they pair well together. I'm still got at least 3/4 of this to consume after a day. If you followed me in my food world, There was brunch and homecoming. There was some snacks. There was another entree here at Busch Gardens. There was another snack. And then now this. I was back under a magic number. Weight-wise, that's not true anymore. This isn't helping. Having said that, if you're looking for portion size to feed, this is easily shareable. And if you've read anything I've said, I don't share food, this could be easily shared. So I want to say something about that. There's plenty of tater tots. There's plenty of chicken. There's plenty of sauce. There's plenty of cheese. It's not a question of quantity. It's just like you experience with a lot of things. At a theme park, if you're using, lower quality ingredients, if any one of the pieces doesn't match, it ruins the whole thing. This is not ruined, but there's a texture component that I've already voiced. However, if you can get past that and you enjoy a little bit of buffalo flavor, it's not that powerful, but there's a little bit. It's a great option, and I can strongly recommend if you're looking for a portion-sized meal at Busch Gardens, this is the way to go, or the other tater tots that are here. Obviously, I've reviewed the loaded smoked brisket tater tots. It meets the same requirement. This is about portion size. If you're looking for fine dining, this isn't it. But you should have known that when you came to a place called TOT-TOPIA. Just to close this up, it is a vlog. There's a YouTube channel trying to make a difference in the world with just putting out content in which people are not wondering what these people are doing. We're trying to be honest. We're trying to be straightforward, which can be tough because trust me, I had 3 articles messaged to me that people wanted me to write that they had facts, but the other component of those was just basically clickbait beyond belief, and I didn't do it. Fortunately, I didn't have to not do it on principle. I didn't do it because I was too busy eating. But that is kind of the world we live in theme park media, so just be aware of that, at least at this point, and I'll let you know if that changes. At least at this point, at mainstmagic.com, we are just trying to get out the basic news as well as we can, especially about food. I'm going to finish this. You might want to check on me, see how I've done with this whenever the video goes up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, please. It makes a difference. And as always, eat like you mean it.